What's up?
Me and my friends used to feed LSD to this little retarded girl in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we'd lock arms around her and go, nightmare, 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 nightmare.
You can't do that.
It actually cured her retardation. You ever take after you take a poo, you take some of the turds out of the toilet with chopsticks and you try to put them back inside your body just in case you missed out on any nutrients?
What the are you talking about, man?
That makes perfect sense, man. Shut the up, asshole. Boom!
How's it going? Your dick is hanging out.
Yeah, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Ooh, XYZ, examine your zipper. What's your cell phone number?
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't wanna take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Sievertson. I don't know if you were anticipating this, but today is Friday. Woo! April 4th.
Woo.
There we go. 2025. I'm Wes Sievertson. Along with me here for the journey at the end of the week here, Mike Finley.
Hi, y'all.
And James Fass.
Hey.
There he is. Yeah, Friday, Woo Day. Just relax, you know. Maybe I won't make an offensive joke today. We'll just we'll let it really just kind of slide into the weekend.
Okay.
You know what feels like the weekend? Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
The Weekend City.
I don't know. Yeah, the weekend city, y'all. And if it's not named that, we just coined it.
You're welcome.
In the universe of the 22-minute podcast, LA is the weekend city. I don't know if I want to give LA that much respect.
I know, right?
I think we painted ourselves into a corner here.
Well, the good news is we got paint. We can paint ourselves right out.
Only reason I even said LA was for I was going for a Mike transition.
Gotcha.
You know, speaking of weekends, on this day in 1850, LA was incorporated as an American city. Have you seen Deadwood?
No.
It's very good, but what about you, James?
Yes.
I
love it.
I'm sure I knew that. Well, Deadwood's a great part of the story, which is really interesting, is like kind of the struggle to stay. We don't really want to be an incorporated city of the United States. We don't need the government in here with their taxes and rules.
Get out of here, George Hurst.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, exactly. Like, because really, you also then have to deal with, hey, we've already created a system of corruption that works. We don't need your larger and more powerful system of corruption coming in here. So it's really a hypocrisy of yeah, I don't know. I think I've maybe not on the pod, but it's a great. I didn't realize Deadwood was about this until I watched it, where it's like, oh yeah, like this is like kind of the fun idea that I've had before of like before television, I don't know, before newspapers, before whatever, before any sort of communication. Every little town was its own little cult, its own little mob, its own little, not that that's a new thought. It was just a fun thought, and I'm really glad that Deadwood got to explore that.
Yeah.
And I imagine LA probably had similar. I mean, it was California, man. Like so you're telling me all the gold I find now is somehow a part of like, oh, I found gold on an incorporated fucking United States city, and now they they have something to do with my gold, So I bet it had similar vibes.
Sure.
And they probably spoke also about vibes. In 1850. Nah, man. We don't know government here. That's harsh the vibes.
Nah,
vibes are off, dog.
There you go. See, James knows. Vibes were off. Vibes were off. Matt said vibes were off on the well, no, it wasn't on the Texas Stranger pod, but when we tried to do it the first time, because I fucked up and we had to restart. Luckily, it was only like 10 seconds. But he said vibes are off, and it was almost like the first time that I heard someone say, "Oh shit, I'm totally blanking." Say
no
less.
Cap.
Oh, say less. Where I was like,
yeah.
What I do? I'm sorry.
One of the youth colloquialisms.
Yeah, and I was like scared that I offended someone. On this day in 1960.
Quit fucking talking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, vibes are off. Vibes are off. Sorry, that's kind of my impression of Matt. I'll work on it.
It's really good.
No, it'll get better. On this day in 1968, MLK Jr. is assassinated. Oh, man. Okay, I have to bring up some hilarious audio.
Oh, no.
And maybe I'll share it later.
Okay.
Where, like, this like local sports journalist or whatever was able to kind of find Kobe Bryant practicing in a gym.
Okay.
And he just heard, hey, Kobe Bryant's over here practicing in this gym. It's like, okay, well, let's go there right now. And he just kind of asked him some questions, and one of the questions asked him was like, who assassinated Martin Luther King? And Kobe goes, man, I wish we knew. And there's like, so you don't think it was? I don't remember who the name of the guy. Like, but so you don't think it was him? He's like, man, that's maybe what history books tell you. Like, he just doesn't know the answer.
Yeah.
He's just trying to talk himself out of a corner. He just is ashamed that he doesn't know the name of the guy that assassinated because he's Kobe Bryant.
Hey, you're over here practicing basketball. Let's ask you some
exactly.
history questions here.
Well, hey, you're a leader of the community, aren't you? Shouldn't you know the history?
Jeez.
Why don't you go to Denver and rape a lady in a hotel room? R.I.P. I said I wasn't going to say something
you did.
offensive today.
Jesus. On this day, 1969, surgeon Denton Cooley implanted the first complete artificial human heart in a human.
Really?
Oh, he didn't live.
Oh, he did.
Right,
No, it was like a week
okay.
or two later. Had to get a blood infusion and died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just wanted
I've
to
actually
do
read
Talladega
about that.
Nights.
No, but they are still trying to do that now because like they had a guy who lived for like 2 months on one recently.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Or a pig heart, I think, is what that one was.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Excuse me. No, well then there must have been another article that I just browsed right past that was also about like an artificial. Anyway, I need to look into it. We don't do headlines, unfortunately, so we're not going to look into it now. Yeah. But on this day in 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft. Wow. In the same week.
Yeah,
Same
that
week.
wild.
As Apple. Or Google?
Apple.
Google did Gmail in this week as well. So, yeah, seriously. Again, we don't want to get too wrapped up on...
It was just about a year later. It was April 1st. Apple was founded.
See, that's
76.
That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Is those are very close and within the same week. But anyway. All right. We were actually talking before. I don't know what do you prefer? I think if I'm working with like studio type equipment or like software, I mean, whether it's video or it's and I'm not using proprietary Apple shit, I want a Microsoft, operating system. Right? Am I saying all that correctly?
Yes.
Am I an idiot?
Sounds checks off to me. Checks out for me.
But if I was just more of like, I don't know, I'd probably go with a nice like what do they call that? MacBook Air, like a nice light one. If I was just like riding with it, and then like doing other social things and watching YouTube or something. I feel like I'd go with a Mac more often. And that I don't know. Is this a fun opinion to?
Yeah, I think so.
Discuss?
Oh yeah, shout out my boy Cody. Gotta shout him out.
Hey, shout out.
I can't say why,
Right, we won't say why. We can't say why, but we're definitely shouting out Cody.
but he knows why, and
He knows
we're
why.
gonna win a Rocket League tournament.
and he
at some
deserves
point.
this.
Nice. I don't know why, but good for you, Cody.
Thank you. I was waiting on.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry, there needs to be a camera.
Where's your
There
affirmation?
needs to be a camera so I can look at the camera and more suspiciously than I look at you. Because it's a joke. I don't need to point it at you. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right, we got it. That was funny, though.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it was.
I'm sorry. The moment between us was hilarious. And you didn't get to see it. I apologize for the second time in 1 minute. Where are we at? On this day in 2023.
Yeah, we can just jump to on this day in music history.
Yeah. The Beatles. Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Beatles spelled wrong. You know what I mean? Just love them. Love them for doing it. Great record.
Great record.
Hold the all top 5 spots. Oh wow, on the Billboard Top 100. They should just call it the top 5 that day.
Yeah.
Please me. No, I'm sorry. Please
Please
me. I want to hold your hand. She loves you. Twist and shout. Can't buy me love. I will say I think the first thing that I really listened to from the Beatles was Beatles 1.
Okay.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all's parents have that?
No, they
in
didn't.
The car.
Mm-mm.
What did you know? What? Let's
Yeah, we had the Beatles one.
Did you?
Okay.
And not necessarily in the car. I think my sister had
Right,
it.
of course. Yeah. Your sister had it. Yeah, like she had the Eagles and shit.
Yeah, and
Okay.
every Oasis fucking shit. Or not Oasis, Incubus.
Incubus.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we're only 10 minutes in, so I want to ask, what music did your parents listen to in, I don't know, the 90s?
Christian rock.
The whole 90s.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I grew up in a very secular
Right.
home. We lived in Washington State. My grandfather was a pastor, so we moved back to Washington State from ages 3, or I was 3 until I was 11. So we
There
were
you go. Okay.
very much raised in the church, so everything we listened to
Wow,
was...
I only met you
I
2
wouldn't
years
have
after
guessed.
that.
Yeah, no, I mean, wild.
What did you think of Wes at Celebration Station 2013?
I mean, honestly,
2012.
I think I just fell in love with you, honestly.
I mean, I definitely thought everyone thought Mike was cool, though. You know what I mean?
Mike is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
He was wearing a Lakers jersey,
That's awesome.
spiked hair, Lakers jersey.
Spiked hair for sure.
Yeah. His sister was right by him. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's diabetic.
Yeah.
I tried to beat the glass bottle breaking competition at the fair a couple of years ago, so my brother could wear this gaudy diamond print Laker jersey around. I was like, "Will you wear that if I win it?" He was
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
"Yeah."
Shut the fuck up. No.
And I almost did.
Dang it. Oh, okay. Well, hey, in the fictitious world where we're making podcast money, I just hit purchase on that for you, and we're gonna send it over to him.
Free delivery.
Yeah, delivery's free. Don't worry. So save a little money. You know, feeling fancy. All right. Well, yes. Moving on. No. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
One more music note. Very important. On this day in 2005, Kendrick Lamar's landmark album is released, "To Pimp a Butterfly."
No, it's not released.
I'm sorry.
It hits number 1 in
It
America.
hits number 1 in
Or
America.
it flies to number 1 in America.
There you go. It spreads its wings and it found its way to number
Mm.
1.
Right, record.
Great record. is
Live,
right.
live musicians. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Thundercat, dude.
right. And I do love like how he kind of says in "Damn," he was like he kind of references that like yes, it was a big record, but it wasn't like big in the community,
Mhm.
and like it kind of made him mad. And I kind of love that he said
Yeah.
it. He's like, "Fuck y'all," you know?
Yeah.
Like y'all don't want to. Y'all don't remember Marvin Gaye? And they're like, "No, we don't." Because have you talked to young people? They don't remember anything. They don't remember shit. And I guess that's inevitable. So if you're young and you're listening to this, we welcome you. But also just know that you'll be old one day.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be saying, "I'm sorry." I don't know to who, not to me. That's for fucking sure. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I was just here on the corner of Hollywood and Vine. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Childish Gambino,
Mm-hmm.
she on Hollywood and Vine, thinking that she Hollywood on
there it
Vine.
is.
I'm so fried. I'm so incredibly fried. I hope this is in some way entertaining to the people who listen.
I hope so.
Okay. Moving on to television and film news.
Action. Just cut to the end of the little.
Yeah, good. I appreciate it. We need video just so they could just see how exhausted I was before trying to muster up the courage to do the transition. Okay. On this day in 1960, Ben-Hur becomes the first film to win 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Director, and Actor. You know why they did it? Because the first one to win 10 Academy Awards was Birth of a Nation, and they really wanted to scrub. I'm
Jesus
making that up.
Okay.
I'm making it
Well,
up.
it's facts here in the 22.
What was the second film to do it?
To win
Titanic?
11? Yeah, I imagine it. Yeah, right. It would either have to be something like Titanic or maybe like one of the Lord of the Rings, because they're
sure.
on. Yeah, they're still getting the special effects.
Mm-hmm.
They make
Saving Private Ryan or some
it,
shit?
sure. Oh, dude, sound design in that, cinematography in that. I could see that winning a bunch. Yeah, I want to know if another movie has won 11 Academy Awards.
Maybe Pirates?
Right? Maybe Pirates. Yes,
Yeah, no, it's so 3.
3 movies.
Yeah,
okay.
Ben-Hur, Titanic, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Nice.
We knew it, James.
Mhm.
We
Look
knew
at
it.
y'all go. So proud
we
of
put
y'all.
together a list, dude. We should all do trivia. Just
Oh my
zoom
God,
into a
love
bar.
Fucking trivia, dog.
Mike does love trivia. Let me know when you're at a different bar.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because I've just been in that bar, not that bar obviously, but I've been in that kind of bar.
Yeah,
Handing out cigarette coupons.
Mhm.
Too many times.
I understand.
And they're always like, "No, I smoke Marlboro."
I'm
Like,
a camel man.
Do you think?
Marlboro.
Do you think you chose that? Like, why do you say that? Like it was.
Wake up, people.
Like, so that's just a part of your personality, and you don't even know where it came from. Okay, well I guess I'll take my $2 for a 2-pack. Wait, what'd you say?
Oh,
Yeah. I
there
thought
you
so.
are.
You cheap.
That's not how he acts.
Wait, who, me?
He's just like, well, I have two packs.
No,
for
you're
$2.
absolutely. No, he's absolutely. Yeah.
I'm representing R.J. Reynolds right now. So.
Well, maybe we don't say. You know what? I think the NDA is probably expired, so I think we're good. No, yes.
Oh, really? I didn't know you had an NDA.
Oh, for sure.
That checks out. I'm sorry.
It's a legal deal because it's a regulated substance. But anyway, no, I would just walk and be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm with this company. Oh, I smoke this. Cool. Well, if you're interested, I have 2 packs for $2. That's literally how I would do it. So,
just right to the point.
Yeah, I don't
listen,
care, dude. Well, and you know what? If they did give me an opportunity, I had a nice little spiel. I made it funny or I made it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I do find. Here's the thing. All right, I'll go ahead and tell you.
Yeah.
We'll just take a minute here. I did American Spirits, and I do find American Spirits is marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I find so fascinating about it. They said, you know what has become a smaller market? Additive free tobacco, like tobacco. Yeah. You know, people would be interested in that, right? Hey, like hippie movement, whatever. People are interested in natural, organic shit. They'll be just as addicted. And in fact, they'll be addicted to our cigarette specifically. Mm-hmm. They won't want something that's not going to satisfy them with the amount of tobacco, because there is much less tobacco in most cigarettes. Mm-hmm. Whatever. There's other companies that do it, so it's not like they're saying Winston fucking does it.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really like, oh, American Spirits, they're better. No, it's complete marketing, but it just makes you think about, well, what am I smoking?
Right.
What do they want me to be addicted to? And yeah, so I don't know. Hey, if you're gonna smoke tobacco, why are you smoking additives? Why are you smoking fucking fiberglass and shit? Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's still fiberglass. I don't fucking know. But that's
Speaking of asking people what they were smoking,
let's go.
This day in 1997, Chasing Amy comes out.
I don't remember that movie well enough, but
it's not that good.
Yeah, Ben Affleck falls in love with the girl,
a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it seemed interesting. At
what
the
is
time.
her name? Because I love her voice. I love the raspy.
Joey
Adams.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck
Joey
yeah.
Adams, yeah.
Thank y'all for knowing that.
Big Dad.
But I understand the message Kevin Smith was trying to send.
He was
making it.
Something.
He was trying to say, stop with your male fragility. It's not.
Right.
You can't do anything to change a person that you know what I mean.
Right.
So I get what he was trying to explore there and do, but it didn't come out.
Let's update it, and I bet it would actually.
Yeah.
Because
he is one of my favorite writers of all time.
I love him for being one. I've said this before on the pod. I love him for being like a modern, like, I don't remember who wrote Zorba the Greek, but Zorba the Greek has inspired, like, there's a movie with David Thewlis called Naked, where it's just a guy kind of wandering through the night in Britain, and he runs into different people, and it's very existential, and it's very, and he just has conversations, and that's what, so My Dinner with Andre, like there's so many movies that do this that are heavily inspired by that, are like, these are philosophical narratives, and I just really appreciate him as like an American version of that, even whenever like he doesn't he doesn't always make a great movie, but it makes
Jersey
you think.
Girl.
It always makes you think. Jersey Girl, exactly. Exactly. Okay, well, on this day in 2014, Captain America: Winter Soldier is released. I like the Captain America
me too.
movies. I don't know. It's interesting to be now, almost 20 years into the Marvel thing, where like now it's at even the kids who grew up with it are like, oh yeah, no, we're done, whatever. And it still captures plenty of kids, and there's just such a weird gap where I feel like it's not cool anymore. Mm-hmm. But it's the same thing where like Star Wars probably went through the same shit.
Oh, sure.
And it's always going to come back around. Mm-hmm. And it's all, Marvel has already established itself to be something like that. And this is a good one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the directors. They do these movies well.
Yeah, I think it's going to come back around now because turning 60 today, Robert Downey Jr. is Doomsday, and I think this is excuse me.
It could definitely be.
I'm more hopeful now than I have been since
that's
Endgame, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? It's almost like if I said something like every kid in Denver loves Jokic.
Sure.
What would be your response?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, I mean, to scout.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you have personal experience of like, well, that's just not true. That's hyperbolic. Yeah. Well, the same thing could be said about Marvel, right?
Sure.
It's
absolutely.
It's like, oh, well, you know, Captain America. he like traveled through time, and we don't really know what happened to him. Like, there's a rumor that he's like living on the moon, and like the Russo brothers have like kind of confirmed that as a joke, but we don't really know. You know that, you know that.
Right.
And people be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
You had to be there, man.
And it's just funny how something like Marvel or Star Wars or sports,
Yeah.
Anything like that can be this incredibly detailed thing that to some people it seems like common. Like, why wouldn't you know that? Why wouldn't you have watched this or been a part of this? And anyway, we have less than 2 minutes. Let's get these birthdays. Did 10 Things I Hate About You come up this week? It did.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, born on this day, now dead, Heath Ledger. Nothing wrong with Heath Ledger.
Nope.
Ain't a damn thing wrong with Heath Ledger.
I agree.
Except he made all of us sad by passing.
Oh, we already did one birthday. What I say, moving on to birthdays. Right, he passed away early.
Continuing.
And that is very sad. He made all of us. I remember I was taking a nap before some auditions for theater. I don't remember exactly which auditions. Yeah. What it was March, so I guess this was like probably one act.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm off with that. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But Kelly Barker called me. Shout out KB. She was like, Heath Ledger died. And I thought it was like a Joe thing. I was like,
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear Danny DeVito died? Really? No. Nope.
The Joe game.
Yeah, the Joe game. But turns out, no, I was just in a haze of waking up from a nap. And he really had passed away. All right, turning 46, Natasha Lyonne from the slums of Beverly Hills and not much else. I'm joking. She's in a bunch of shit.
I have no idea.
Oh, she's bigger now than she's ever been.
Okay.
She did Russian Doll and like one other series. That
Oh,
was
okay.
big, too.
Yeah.
She was in Orange is the New Black as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get through these. Turning 65, Hugo Weaving.
Love him. Speaking of Lord of the Rings. Jeez,
Also, The
nice.
Matrix earlier this week.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, he's just great. He's just absolutely fantastic.
V for Vendetta.
I hope he isn't. He wasn't in the original Harry Potters, was he? Am I totally blanking?
No.
I hope he's in some way involved in.
Yeah, because he's not Australian, but I think he's.
I thought he was. Oh, New Zealand.
New Zealand. I think he's from New Zealand. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing Americans. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
But I hope he just is. He has that presence. Oh, hey guys. Bye.
42, Eric Andre.